shit, Great Rising. My bad. Great Rising. This is sis. Am I in general population or I'm in the house? Great Rising. Alright, Great Rising. Great Rising. Great Rising. Where they go. Great Rising. Great Rising. Peace and power. Posy potty. What's going on? Man. Great Rising. Alright, just we just gonna vibe for a minute. Alright. Great Rising. Great Rising. Great Rising. Okay, good, good. Great Rising. I posted in the house, so you can see where I'm an hour on time. I would say an hour late, but you can see how I'm an hour on time. Great Rising. Great Rising. Peace and power, y'all. What's going on? Hopefully we up drinking water. You know it's the only thing. Okay. Only drink suitable for human consumption. What's happening? That's magical too. I love you more and more each day. That's the plugs. That what people don't know when I be like, I love you more. It's like, no, I love you more. No, I love you more. Oh man. I don't mean in a quantitative way when I say more. I mean like legit. I love you more today than I did yesterday. And more this interaction than the last. Alright, so Great Rising. Great Rising is look like it's the same 30 sisters we've been talking to. Alright. Great Rising. What's going on? Great Rising, Great Rising. We have finished going through Sacred Woman as a coven, as a sister circle. Again. Okay. And we're making room for new sisters. So we're making room for new sisters. You'll see a lot of me this week. Every time you see me, it'll be brief. But yeah, I'm glad you made it too. Tomorrow I'll be live even earlier than this. Okay, Lord willing. Yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, figure out where we're gonna start at. Hold up. This is hopefully this song don't turn me up too much and I can still focus. All right. But yeah, so tomorrow I should be live much earlier even than today. And over the next week, before my sisters and I start Sacred Woman again, I'll be, I'll be fishing for sisters. So, I'm saying, if you've you got Sacred Woman and been looking for someone to go through it with, here we are. If you've been thinking about it and you need somebody to go through it with, here we are. Our circle is definitely unique. Okay, each one is. Okay, each one is. Hold on, make sure my titties are trying to come out. We sacred, sis. We sacred today, sis. Keep it sacred. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Let me do pause this for a second. Let me do pause this for a second so I can think about what, so I can talk to you about what's real. First of all, Uncle Jocelyn and shit, Hetzepu and all that. All right, I want you to know that I'm coming to you in peace. I'm just not coming to fuck around with the fuck around, and I think you should know that. Like there are sisters who have said to me, I've been waiting on this opportunity. I've been waiting on y'all to start over so I could get in. And I have to be honest, my very first mind says you full of shit, you're not ready to heal, and you're gonna compromise my circle. Because there are women who really have fought to touch our hems, and I say that in the most modest way. There are sisters who have scrounged and scrapped around on Facebook and IG and YouTube and anything else they can find to get closer to us. And when they go through those motions, they finally end up here, and they're like, damn, I didn't even know you were still alive. Like, that's definitely the number one way that both men and women, primarily women, tell me that they found me. They were curious about Sacred Woman, and they just put it in on YouTube because they were just going at it alone, and then there I was. And when there was no more material on YouTube for them to follow, and a longing to get more, they found me here. So when I hear somebody say, knowing how much information is available, that they've been waiting on something, I know that that's your momentum. You know what I mean? And that does concern me. I ain't gonna lie, I'm working on it. But it does concern me because in the covenant, we really are one. In the covenant, we move as one body. So, yeah, that weak link shit they was talking about is real, real. Your momentum matters, and that's why accountability is so high up on the list in the covenant. But anyway, yeah, so we're about to start over. Next Tuesday will be day one. So today I'm just letting you know that tomorrow I'll be here at about 4:30, okay, 4:30 a.m. Eastern, and we'll start at the beginning of Sacred Woman, okay? We'll start at the very beginning together. When we start to get into the gateways again, it'll be on my Patreon, okay? It'll be on my Patreon. So I'll talk to you more about that tomorrow also. If you have been with me on Patreon for some time, then you've grown with me from it being $7.20 to it being $9.99 a month to it being $9.99 plus tax a month. Yeah, if you've been with me, you've grown, and gratitude for that because you are grandmothered in, and there are some benefits to that. I'll talk to you about the money part of it tomorrow. So the Patreon, you know, just in brief, the Patreon subscription is $9.99. I am this time though going to require a deposit of at least $25 right out of the gate because Patreon doesn't bill until the end of the month. Okay, Patreon doesn't bill until the end of the month, and if your payment declines, then your payment just declined and fuck it, the house don't need it, which is fine too. However, all right, let me pause this again because now we got to be honest. Let me pause this again because now we got to be real. Okay? If they got a therapist sitting outside of somewhere offering free therapy on the sidewalk, don't nobody want it. Okay? You put that same therapist in a window and say it's $1,500 an hour and everybody wants it. I don't control the stigmatisms or the energy around money, around money or how it works. But I am very aware of it, okay? I am very aware of it. And sometimes passing the savings on to somebody in this day and age has them to question the value of a thing, okay? Has them to question the value. I don't want you to question the value of this. And so, out of the gate, I want you to, you know what? Matter of fact, niggas be getting free information on Facebook about weight loss all day long. All day long. But in somebody inbox talking about they just need a trainer. They just need to pay somebody to make it more real. And again, that ain't on them. That's the that's the frequency or the power that we've given money. And so instead of me trying to change that, I'm going to harness that. So that is going to be a requirement. Also in the house, we give gifts so often. Like, yeah, there's a lot of gift giving and shipping. Right out the gate this time, it's going to be $25. That way, even if you decide to step out, you can make sure that you bless in the house for all you've received in the month, okay? And that's peace. I'm excited about it. I really am excited about it. Mostly because this is the first time, this last time I went through, this is the first time that I've managed to keep those sisters close to me. In the past, we've formulated circles, we've grown, and we've gone on to establish new things. This is the first time ever that we've gone on to establish new things that still involve the all of us. Yeah, you're right, sis, you're right. The Sacred Woman books, you already know. Sis say the free Sacred Woman books. This is true. Yeah, like there ain't nobody that we done had thousands of women come through our doors now, and ain't nobody never felt robbed. Okay, ain't nobody ever felt robbed. So that's peace. All right, let me at least do this prayer for the Wombverse. Okay. All right, I'm reading this from Sacred Woman, Queen Afua. Copyright 2000, Queen Afua, Helen O. Robinson. Okay. Prayer for the Wombverse. I call upon the divine creator to protect my womb and the wombs of our daughters. Heal our wombs from all wickedness. From this day forward, we must speak up for and guard our wombs with all our inner power as we call on the ancient African spirit of Meshkanet, African guardian angel of the sacred womb. I call upon the African spirit of Mayat for womb balance and wellness. I call upon the spirit Hetru within me to demonstrate divine love of my womb and absolute harmony. I call upon the spirit Tahuti within me so that I may make wise decisions on behalf of my womb's restoration. Ashe, I call upon the spirit Tahuti within me so that I may make wise decisions on behalf of my womb's restoration. I call upon Ast, the great African mother spirit within me, to inspire the continuous nurturing of my sacred womb. I affirm that all abuse and desecration of the womb are to be no more. My womb speaks and commands peace upon the earth and throughout the wombverse. Through the healing of my womb, all wars shall cease. Through the healing of my womb, all men and women shall be at peace. Earth Mother, because of the peace within my womb, tidal waves, hurricanes, tornadoes, volcanic eruptions, floods, and earthquakes shall cease. According to my womb, there will be peace, for it is my sacred earth and all the worlds within the wombverse. Women, guard your womb and guard it well, so wickedness will no longer exist. According to my womb, peace. Great rising, great rising, great rising. You know what? We say, we've heard the saying. If we don't say it, we've at least heard it before. Happy wife, happy life. Okay? And happy wife, happy life. True shit. It just, the house is bigger than what you thought the house was. The life is much bigger than you thought the life was. All right? When women are well, so is the world. When women are well, so is the world. Okay? Your own world, well, the brothers will tell you, okay? When you got when your mama good, your daughter good, your sister good, your bitch is good, you be good. Okay? And when they are not, it's hell on your life. Trust me. It's real. I ain't make the rules, remember. Listen, I just harness these Johns. Alright? Great rising, great rising, great rising. That's also peace because there's so many men that are that get a little uncomfortable when women come through the gateways. There's a lot of dietary changes in the house, and there's a lot of fasting. And now she's talking about she not having sex for a couple weeks, and a lot of brothers kind of lose their shit and they don't understand what's going on. But this is all. This is for all of us, okay? And this is for all of us. It's for all of us. Some people want to deny that fact, bro. So everything is good when woman is happy. Facts. Like, and the Mexicans work hard, bro. Listen. Oh, you said she easy. She easy. She say, hey, sir, get him, sir, get him. Yeah. Say, okay. Okay, hold on. Frijole, hold on now. Yeah, if you're new here, these Negroes and frijoles, and they do have a mind of their own. Okay? They do have a mind of their own. I say, down, girl. I said, down, girl. Yeah. Oh, shit. It ain't nothing. Let me put my hair back over because she's a runaway. Runaway love. All right. Yeah. So we was talking about the happy wife and the happy life. Yeah, all that and all that and all that. All right. All right, little Teddy had distracted me a little bit. All right. Yeah, so a lot of brothers, though, with all the changes that happen, when you're in relationship with a sacred woman, they really are sometimes uncomfortable. You know, they don't know what's happening, but it's for you too. It's for you too. I remember the very first time a brother called me, a brother called me a bitch and the whole nine. Like, bitch, you not for the black family. Oh shit, the comment was fasting. I had told these women, okay? I had told these women, You ain't just gonna be fucking this nigga and swinging his dick all around in circles and putting the swingly dingly thing in the back of your throat, and then you're gonna tell the nigga you're not fucking no more. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to tell, you're gonna have to pose this differently. You're gonna have to position this that we're going to we're going to turn the notches down on sex and we're gonna turn them all the way up on intimacy. You know what I'm saying? But you got to rev them up and shit. You be like, you know how normally I just suck your dick on autopilot. Now I suck your dick with intent. Listen, man, he's like, bitch, you ain't for the black family. You got her in here feeling her fucking self. It was cool when she had friends. I was happy with that because she was like, she was doing, you know what I'm saying? She was doing yoga and shit. She was actually steaming happier and shit. But now, you got her in here fucking tripping. This bitch done forgot who she is. Oh, shit. I say, bro, you know me. I have children. Okay, I have children, so I sometimes have that tiny little issue where I talk to adults like they too. Okay, I'm working on that. I'm not working on that. You gonna work the fuck on receiving me? Okay, listen. I say, brother, because you strike me as the type of nigga that wouldn't help her with groceries. When she pull up with the groceries, you know how she come and bring some in, then she leave again? And you don't never think she leaving the fuck for good. You understand that every time the fuck this bitch leave, she come back with shit for you, nigga? I'm trying to talk his language. You know what I mean? I'm out here calling him a holy man and shit. And he like, bitch. Bitch, you got my marriage on the motherfucking rocks. Oh, shit. Ooh, Free Jole's cousin almost came out. Watch out there now. You know, I don't wear no drawers unless it's somebody's birthday. Gotta let this womb breathe, Ashe. Another one of the beautiful random reasons that I love Sacred Woman. Since I started reading Sacred Woman, and it's been 4 or 5 years now, I've not worn jeans since then. I've not worn jeans. And it's very liberating. I do feel the difference. I do feel the difference. I never was the yeast infection type. Not like I know some women who have yeast infections have them frequently. And I don't remember having any yeast infections when I was younger, unless, of course, it was because they gave me a medicine. They might give me an antibiotic for one thing and then tell me it's going to give you a yeast infection. Crazy. But what I can tell you is also I could have been experiencing yeast infections, but because your body, for the most part, will self-resolve a lot of these issues, maybe my body just fixed it and I never even knew. I don't know. I will say, though, that most of my peers are having yeast infections. Most of my peers are experiencing BV frequently. And most of my peers wear jeans, okay? Most of my peers wear jeans and or panties and shit. And I'm straight up out here trying to get it like an ancient. I ain't got that many lappers and shit. You know what I mean? And the fabric, let's be real, can get as expensive as the clothes. But I do my part, okay? I do my part for womb healing. And so, yeah, we don't wear panties around here. And I'm working on reducing my cycle. I know some people feel like you have to bleed and it's natural to bleed and shit. But most of my ideas about how to heal don't come from books. Most of my ideas about how to heal come from, of course, intuitive meditative revelations, but primarily from observations. That's it. I learned about me by looking at me and you. You know, I learned early that if I was going to fight white supremacy, I would have to know white supremacy. You have a much better shot at taking an enemy down if you know the enemy. And what I learned about the enemy is that the enemy studies me. The enemy don't set out to kill me. The enemy set out to learn me so that it learned ways that I will kill myself, okay? Enemy ain't got to go out on no Kenosha shit and spray me out. Enemy could just approve the liquor licenses on my block. Make cigarettes 2 for $10 in my hood. You know what I mean? And so I've learned a lot about myself from studying nature and the ways that the people in power have learned to manipulate it. And so I know I'm talking about manipulation in nature and shit. And you're like, bitch, I thought you was talking about your cycle. And I am. But that's because it's always a debate about whether or not women should have them. And I've gotten to a place where I do believe that we are so like we so hellified bent on us all being the fucking same. It's crazy. Um, I don't know. I know that some people, based on the regions that they're born and raised in, will sweat more. Some people's hair will change, and even the nostrils can spread given the climate or air that you're in. So I have to believe that periods, for me, are part of evolution. They'll be different depending on the region you're in. Nature will do whatever the fuck is necessary to reproduce itself, okay? And so if in this woman a cycle is required, then so the fuck mote it be. And if the fuck not, so the fuck mote not it be. Did that work? And for me, then I do not want to bleed for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 7 days. Give me a minute, the shit just got personal. I don't want to bleed out. I don't want to feel like I'm fucking hemorrhaging from month to month, yo. I think that's absurd. And I think it's even more absurd that society's general answer for me is to have all that shit gutted the fuck out of me, okay? Or just keep plugging myself with toxic cottons and shit. I don't understand how these are my only way out. I've had several animals over the course of my lifetime. Mammals, motherfucker. Not just fish and shit. I've had mammals in this motherfucker. And they bleed like I bleed. And they titty feed like I titty feed. And they cuddle and coddle like I cuddle and coddle. And they protect like I protect. And they watch like I watch. And everything like us be the same, except you spot when you bleed and I bleed the fuck out. That's problematic for me. I don't want to bleed out. I want my periods to be like the periods that I see in nature, okay? And so I also don't want to wear no drawers, okay? And there was a time in my life where I was so raw vegan for so long that it did happen for me. For maybe 8 or 9 months, my period was, it lasted about 2 hours, and it was just spotting, you know what I mean? Just spotting. Shit, my thighs, these thunder thighs always rub together. Got a little, be like, gets a little pink right there on my thigh. They said, okay, my period must have came and went. Anyway, it would be nice to get back to that. I give thanks for Sacred Woman, Queen Afua. Oh, high gratitude, a living libation, Ashe, to Queen Afua for saving so many women. Hold on, Free Holace is on the roll again. She's on the roll again. She's on the roll. Yeah, because you don't have to listen to me or any other internet scholar. You don't have to have the debate as far as cycles go, whether or not you should listen to a man tell you about what the fuck your body supposed to do. You don't have to do any of those things. You can go through a rite of passage that will wipe out everything you thought you knew about you and replace it with only the real you. And then you can make the necessary assessment. Remember, we talk about puppy love and shit. And the problem with puppy love is I don't want my 14-year-old girl to believe this is the end and this is the man she's going to spend the rest of her life with when she doesn't know who she is yet. This man makes the 14-year-old version of you happy. But there are so many more yous that you're going to come in contact with. And I don't just mean the 15-year-old you and the 16-year-old you and the 17-year-old you. I mean the 14.2 you, the 14.4 you, the 14.456 you. Look to 6 months after you 14 and then another 2 days after that. You continually evolve. So it should be at least when you feel confident, okay, and sure in both experience and in wisdom, okay, that you know who you are. All right? Goddamn. I tell my babies it's a good way to know is if last year is completely 360 from this year, then you know you're not there yet. Okay? I love big dicks, weed, and good sisterhoods. And I've been loving this consistently for 5 years. I think it's safe to say that I have found who I am, okay? Some you might add a little something, but for the most part, give them a water, give them a dick, give them a sisterhood. The dick and the weed supposed to come together. You know what I mean? Give them my dick and give them my water and give them my sisterhood. And again, the weed technically should come with the dick, okay? It's a combo. Yeah, I'm like, when I'm explaining this to my daughters, do you remember how you like La La Loopsy? And then you like Frozen, and then you like Monster High, and then you like Charlie D'Amelio, and now you like Melanie Martinez, and then you like this thing, and now you like the Baby Shark last year, and this year you a Savage, Babbage, Nastich. Okay, yeah. When you get to a point where day after day, and you're spending more and more time with you, month after month, and all the time with you, year after year, and the time with you, you be like, yeah, this is really me. Then she knows exactly what she looking for. You know what I mean? But it's the same way, not just in relationship. It's the same way in life. Okay, I know what serves me best when I am the best me. And Sacred Woman is about helping us to get there. That's all it is. A lot of folks out here like it's got to have the shaman high in it. Y'all going to hell. Y'all fucking with that witch and shit. It got rocks in there, and I seen the cross had a circle on it. Chill. Promise. Listen. You good. You good. You say why y'all crosses broke. The devil y'all got going on over here. Listen, you good. You good. You good. Shay don't even want to start speaking them in the Kemetic tongue. For real. It might start throwing oil. Listen, this is a rites of passage. True shit, there are some of us who've had a hard time explaining to our families what it is we're doing. And we feel cornered, and then we start, and our uncertainty is what makes them worry about us more, okay? Because it does look like you dabbling. Somebody say, well, what are you wearing? What is up? Why you keep wearing stuff right here on your forehead? What's going on with that? And if you're not comfortable saying third eye, or you like me, I didn't know if I was supposed to be saying pineal gland or pineal gland and shit. And I just ain't say shit. I'm like, it's just a sticker that I like to wear. You know? Sacred Woman will help you to stand confident and sure of what it is you're doing and how you're moving. Okay? It'll give you a name for things that you thought were unique to you, that you counted yourself out. You thought you were the black sheep. When it's like, it's many of you. It's circles and circles and circles of you. There are generations of you. Like, yeah, like you're not black sheep by mistake. You're black sheep by design. And Sacred Woman helps us to find that. Every woman, every man also, but I'm not focused on them right now. Every woman should have a rite of passage. Every woman should have a rite of passage. Every woman should have a rite of passage. Last night, my daughter picked up a tampon, my 7-year-old. And she said, what's this, Mom? I say, this is the tampon. She says, oh, this that thing you put in my, oh, this what you, this that thing you put in my butt. Oh, hold on. Now her dad looking at me like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at her like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at him like, hold the fuck. And she said, you remember when I had the scab on my butt? And I was like, oh, no. I remember what you're talking about. When you had the scab on your butt, I used a pad, okay? I used a pad. And we did that because I didn't want the sticky to rip up no ass hair. And I know that is real, okay? So I folded a pad so that the pad would be able to rest between her ass cheeks and she'd be able to live, okay? Anyway, I said, no, baby, that was a pad. And so I took the tampon and I showed her. Matter of fact, if you don't mind, I'm going to get it just in case there's some little girl somewhere who mama ain't told her shit, but take this pamphlet in the bathroom. Give me 1 second. Let me go get a plug for you. Hold on. Might need some light. It's dark in there. Hold on. Get frijoles and them niggas together before we get up in here. Alright, so we're gonna make this quick. Alright. So he said that's what she said. And I actually I use these for several things. I use these for several things, mostly removing nail polish. This is my favorite thing to do with these because it's really easy. You know what I mean? Anytime I paint my own toes, they look like some dragon feet. And so it helped to just dip this in the nail polish remover and just go around just the edge or Like, it just works for me. Anyway, you'd be surprised at the purposes they serve outside of toxic shock. Oh, okay. So, fuck up. Make sure, I love you. 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 All right. Okay. So, I was explaining to, and just don't let me forget, because you know my short-term memory ain't shit. That weed didn't smoke itself. Um, I'm talking to you about why every woman should have a rites of passage. Why this is necessary. This is very, very, we talking about, oh, black girls need their dad and black boys need the education and we need our own black liberation movement and we need a political party. We do, but we don't even have a fucking rites of passage. What have you done for your daughter? You gonna change the whole world, huh, nigga? What have you done for your house? Are the women around you well? Make those women well, and they will make well the circles around them, and you would be surprised. You know what I mean? Anyway, so she's like, Mom, is this the same thing you put in my butt? I'm like, listen, don't the fuck say that no more. I was like, this is for your period. This is what women use. It's a cotton stick, and it's basically a cotton stick in here, and it soaks up your period. So I'm like, this is the period. You got to stand up because we want to make sure you know you're righteous. This is the okay. So excuse all of that. I had almost did your real. I had shit. Nigga, we had almost went all the way to fuck live. I just remembered y'all are not my kids. All right, hold on. Whew, shit, that girl done got used to the sisterhood. Y'all almost had my whole ass on the live. Okay, so okay, don't want to make like it's easier to do that sitting down. That's the first thing. You know what? For some people it might be. For me, it's always been easier standing up. Okay, I try not to wear these now. Like I said, I'm working on free bleeding. But put your leg up on the shower, on the tub, and anyway, so say this right here, the nunu got a hole, okay, and you're gonna push this up in the hole, all right, and you're gonna push this, okay, push that. Now this is gonna stay up in the body, okay. This is gonna stay up inside your body, collecting all the blood. This part you're gonna pull out and discard that. That's trash. Once this is full and it's soaked up with blood, then you'll be able to pull this little string and pull that on down. Tell you, I got a very unique relationship with these because when I was younger, I danced for a little while, and when it didn't even hit me, how am I gonna make money when my period come on? Until my period came on and I was supposed to be at work, and that's when I also learned what a no-show fee was. Like, these niggas gonna charge me for not coming to work, and I'm like asking these women, like, so what y'all do? Y'all on birth control? What y'all doing? Like, how y'all doing that? And they had showed me all kind of new tampons, ones that ain't got no string, and ones that they done cut the string off before, and all kind of new shit they had. But mostly they were cutting the string. And that I had to call off on the strength of that too. That made me cry too. Like, damn, even when we moody, even when we bloated, even when we're bleeding, still, like, and it fucked me up. Anyway, I didn't get to work that day. So my daughter and I, she's 7, we're talking about this tampon. And now that she has seen me push the cotton stick up the imaginary pussy, she's changed her mind about being a woman altogether. she said, yeah, you know what? I don't want my period to ever come on. I don't want my period to ever come on. And do men have periods too? And I was like, no. She's like, well, why not? Sis, women for a very long time have been wondering the same shit. You're speaking our language. You're speaking our language. I'm like, sis, like, you 7, all right? So the short of it is, you was chosen to carry babies, and this come with the territory, okay? You was chosen to carry babies. I ain't hit her with the shit when I was little. They would have said something about what Adam had to give, the bitch had the apple, and the serpent and the snake. Fuck out of here. Listen. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You understand what I'm saying? This come with the territory. You want to deliver babies, don't you? You want to be on your newt shit. You know, I be speaking them comedic energies right here. You want to be on your newt shit, don't you? You want to be on your second mesh connect heavy root, don't you? It's like, okay, yeah. Okay then. So that's why you bleed, little nigga. Listen. Really though. She was a little bit blowed that men don't have periods. And she said she wasn't so sure after the tampon thing that she wanted to have one. And I explained to her, I mean, I immediately shifted. I immediately shifted it because this is promised to you. You understand? Even when you practice the best ways of holistic health, environmentally, there are so many factors that stand against you. And so, realistically, if you do your best, you could still have a hard cycle. If you do your best, you could still have cancer or fibroid. These things, because we do not control our environment, and it is one of the key factors in maintaining our wellness. So, I'm talking to her like, sis, listen, chances are you're gonna have that. Chances are you're gonna have that. But it's an exciting thing. And I put my head down. I said, oh, I cannot wait till we celebrate your period. She said, wait a minute. We gonna celebrate my period? And see, this is customary in our family. It's just that like I said, my oldest daughter, when her period came on, she wanted to disappear. She didn't want nobody to have no period party. She didn't want, like, leave me the fuck alone. Y'all done already been cocking y'all leg up on the tub, showing me shit for 15 years. She ain't want no period party. She ain't want no announcements and shit. She's still trying to figure out how the fuck I betrayed her trust and called my mama excited about what the fuck going on with her body. So I think that because we didn't initiate any period parties or womb celebrations because my daughter outright refused. Okay, we just had to privately each rub her and love her, you know. So I think my youngest daughter didn't get the hype of seeing that, so she really kind of missed it and just was in the dark. And my apologies for letting her be, you know. But I told her, oh yeah, we're gonna celebrate. She's like, well, why are we celebrating? We're celebrating because this marks your coming into womanhood, okay? We're going to celebrate you because you're coming into womanhood, baby. Like, that's some major shit. You're going to be a little lady, you know? You know? Like, yo, for me, the period is very special. And I know a lot of sisters feel like I'm being a pick-me when I say that. I love it when my cycle is on. Fuck them sisters, okay? I love it when my period is on. I am so out of balance most of the time and just living my best masculine energy that it is so dope that my body sits me on my sacred feminine ass and remind me who the fuck is the boss, yo. Okay? Who the fuck is the boss? Right? I love that. Because can't no nigga tell me to do shit. You understand? And don't give a fuck about a teacher. Fuck you, B. I've read more books than you. You understand? Like, listen. There's something about the way nature tells me, oh, you trying to help Ike? You're like, Ike, no, I was only trying to help Ike. Ike don't need no help, son. Listen, are you fucking kidding? I had her so reeled up. Hell yeah, we celebrating your period. What are you talking about? It's people out here right now, baby girl. I ain't making this up. It's people right here, right now, spending $400, $600 on a goat so they could do a blood sacrifice. They paying right the fuck now, sis, for a chicken because they want to do a blood ritual. You already got it. Like clockwork, your body initiate that shit. Man, you crazy as fuck. Hell yeah, we celebrating that shit. She like, okay. I wish it was on now. Hold on, little homie. Hold on. Hold the fuck up. Okay? We just gonna ride the wave. When it come, though. All right. Listen. You know what? Okay, I said, have we been on here too long? I need to read some of these comments. Hold on a sec. The boiled egg. Okay, hold on. All the women in my family was called, it's a signal of the true womanhood. It was embarrassing men to go out to dinner with women, but I understand now. Yeah. I knew one little girl whose mother never explained the cycle to her. And I mean, this no charge there. I could tell from being around her mother and having the gift of being a knower that her mother was never comfortable in her own femininity. Okay. And so she didn't teach her daughter much about the period. They send her to the bathroom with the tampon, be like, you got a little pamphlet in there, you can read. You can read, can't you? This baby thought the blood comes out of the asshole. Like, this little girl thought that blood was coming out of the ass. Like, that's what she thought that the period came from. So I can see how for a little girl who don't have no Like ain't nobody told you about none of this shit. And now y'all clapping and happy and calling people and shit. This blood coming out my ass. I get, I, I get it now. I get it now. But I just want to make sure my babies feel like I feel. And I do feel super dope when my period is on. I remember all the comedians when I was younger that would joke about how white women in commercials run through fields of flowers when their period is on. In real life, black women are bitches when it happens. And I wonder where that came from because I just didn't see that. I know now I didn't see that because my mother had a full hysterectomy when I was younger. Um, and um, yeah, and for me, that just wasn't the case for me. I just always felt like a girl and I felt like a woman, and it could have easily been because that was celebrated, okay? It wasn't, oh, you know your period gonna come on. It wasn't nothing to hide or nothing. It wasn't anything to be ashamed of. It was just all good. You know what I mean? It was just all good. Anyway, all of our daughters need this rites of passage so that they carry these things that come natural to them as honors. All right, so that they feel honorable just because of who they are and how they are. Because too many of our girls or mothers are they're looking for validation. They're looking for something to tell them that they're worthy outside of them. For me, I really do. That is every time I bleed, I have it. Every time I cry, I'm literally overwhelmed with feelings of gratitude that I could be so connected. And I want my children to have that too, okay? I want them to know how holy they are by just their being, okay, without anything extra. And so the rites of passage does that. It honors them early. And so rites of passage as we go through Sacred Woman as adults, as now grandmothers, some of us even great grandmothers for the first time touring the pages of Sacred Woman. Um, it's all the same. If you didn't have your rites of passage, then you are owed your rites of passage. You are owed your rites of passage. Motherfuckers out here talking about 40 acres and a mule and reparations and shit. What have you done for your daughters? What have you done for your daughters? Really, it really does start there. You know what I mean? It really does. I encourage you, whether you start in a sacred circle or not, to just tell your family you're doing something just to honor the women. Whether it's a dinner or a park or a social distance visit, whatever is within your means to do, but tell your family that you're just having a day where you just honor women and watch how many women come out like, oh my God, I've been waiting to be honored. I've been waiting for opportunity to just honor my dead mother. You know, create those spaces. Create those spaces. I certainly have and will continue to do so. I said, again, before I fuck around and end up getting off of here, I'll be live this week at 4:30 in the morning. Okay, so it'll be really early, and the purpose of me going early is so that it's inconvenient. Okay, I don't want to be an afterthought. I don't want to be the girl you listen to and you learn a little bit from when you're on your way to work or when you hit the snooze. I want you to have to. I want to see you when I'm live at 4 in the morning. Okay, yeah, you can catch the replay, but I won't see you on the replay. And this is about me seeing who's about it. You know what I mean? Who's about it. There are so many sisters who say, man, I'm ready, sis. And then I say, well, we're going to meet up at 4:20 a.m. They be like, whew, girl, shit, girl, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because you won't be able to do it. I can tell you right now, you don't know, but I do. I know you won't be able to do it. You certainly won't be able to do it with me because I'm protective as fuck of my coven and unapologetically. Okay? We have fought hard to establish what we have. We love each other in ways that I've never seen women love women. The women in my circle have taught my blood sisters how to love me properly. Okay? Ain't no more I'm praying for you when I say I'm sick and shit. You got to show the fuck up. You know what I mean? These women, I will protect with my life. I will protect these women with my life, yo. So this is not to scare you off. I just don't want you to come in thinking you about to come in and fuck around with the fuck around. Because we're not fucking around, okay? If you come in, it's time to do work. We expect accountability. We expect responsibility, own work. Love is an action word. Love is an action word. I remember the first time I thought about my relationship with my best friend, and it made me cry because I thought about that. If me or her lost our words, our voices, if we didn't have the ability to speak to each other ever again, me and my friend Jamila Hope, okay? If we didn't have the power or the tongue to fuck, if we had a wind in our fucking pipes to call each other's name, we would still know how much we love each other. That's solid ass love. The only way you establish that is by loving in action, not constantly telling a bitch, I love you, sis. I love you, sis. You got to show the fuck up. Like my grandma said, you got to answer the call. These women have answered my call time and time and time again. So I'm just letting you know now, if you're not sure about whether or not you want to heal, or if you still on the fence about it, then go your ass to YouTube and look at the old videos that we have. Because if you come in this house, your ass, listen, as for me in my house, we will serve the sister. Okay? We will serve the sister. Whatever the fuck demons you got, bring them out. And you can be real with us. Like, you can be real with us. Okay? I've had a sister say to me, I don't know why I can't stop having sex with married men. Like, sis, I'm not about to stone you. I remember when a woman told me she was attracted to her 17-year-old stepson and wanted to lay in the bed with him. That was the hardest shit for me ever to deal with. And still, so listen, that was the hardest shit for me ever to deal with. And still, so I'm not about to cut you off, shorty. I need to keep you closer now because I got to keep my eye. I got to keep you close enough to watch the baby. You know what I mean? Yeah, like this is just, it's whatever. Oh, and to the sister who said she just couldn't stop fucking people's husband, I felt that shit. I did, sis, because that was me for a long time, and the world told me that I was a husband fucker and a home wrecker. And the truth is, you're not fucking no happy husband. You're not fucking no good husband. If he's a good husband, you ain't fucking him, sis. There you was thinking you had all the manipulation and you had that good ass pussy. Nah, if he's a good man, you ain't gonna move him off of the things that he doesn't want to compromise on. You thought you came up, sis. You thought you came up, sis. Listen. Sis, yeah, so the world will tell you that you're a home worker when, let's be real, in my experience, a lot of the time I was actually, I was peace, you know what I mean? I ushered in more peace into those men's lives and those women's lives than I did hell. You had hell before I showed up, you know what I mean? You had hell before I showed up. He was doing whatever the fuck he was doing, and I showed up, and I literally, my whole life, have always tried to send men home. I've tried to send men home. And no, it ain't because I was before about the sisterhood and the restoration of the black family. I would send niggas home because I don't want the responsibility. Now I understand that about me, since that could easily be why. But I want to help you understand why you do the shit you do, so that you can undo it. You know, we know you shit because you got to push food out. We know you drink because you're thirsty. And these are okay. You know why when you doing like this, if you're driving, you don't feel like you're going to die, or you got cancer, or you epileptic or narcoleptic or no shit. You know you fucking sleepy. When you know what it is, it's easier to resolve this shit. I want to help you understand why you do the fuck shit you do. But we can't figure it out if you still fucking lying about the whole shit you want. You understand? That's it. So I need you to come naked. And I know that's asking a lot because it's a cold world, and because our bodies don't look the same, and because, God forbid, somebody see your worst flaws and shit. But I tell you, yes, I told your ass yesterday, I told your ass 5 years ago, I'm going to tell your ass again in 10 years. Can't nobody strip you if you show up naked. I need you to come butt the fuck ass naked so we can find out what the fuck you supposed to be draped in, sis. Tell you, I have draped myself in the wrong shit. I really have. I really have. Oh, shit, shadow work. Oh, yes, you can call it many things, okay? Depending on how woke you are or what circles you in, they got all kinds of names for self-reflection. Okay? They got all kinds of names for womb work and shit. Some people actually call this shit, hold the fuck up, hypnotherapy, okay? They got all, it don't matter which vehicle you take, but you're going to have to get back to you fast, okay? You're going to have to get, please get back to you fast. Man, please get back to you fast. I want to help you to find out why you do the shit you do. And, oh, like I said, for me, just so people will be like, oh my God, this one girl, she talked for an hour and it was so prolific and shit. Then she started talking about she was a husband fucker, and I was like, this bitch, because I got my own hurts because my husband was fucking bitches. Don't be mad at me for the fuck shit that nigga did. Okay? We gotta put the charge where the charges do. And again, for me, I learned that it was about having the relationship and not the responsibility. It was because I am so accustomed to, I haven't been able to casually date in my life. I haven't been able to have casual sex, so to speak. I've always been wired in a way where monogamy feels unnatural. I've always been wired in a way where I can, sex and emotion, the two are not synonymous for me. And I didn't understand those things about me before. So I thought, man, I'm just a home wrecker for no reason. No, you're not a home wrecker at all. What you're doing is you're a self-preserver. All of your interactions with men, you've concluded on an intrinsic level that they can't be trusted, and it's more to do than it is to get, and you don't want to do that shit. That's what it is. So you're much happier reaping the occasional money benefit and the occasional dick benefit and the occasional text benefit, and then send him back the fuck to somebody else that actually want to rub his back and take care of him and listen to him problems and teach him how not to fuck off his money. Sis, all I'm saying is, you ain't so fucked up that you don't qualify for this diagnostic. You know what I mean? You ain't so fucked up that you don't qualify for this diagnostic. So I just want, so let's get in here. I can't stay on here much longer. I got to get the fuck up off here. But I'm going to be back at about 4:30. Like I said, I want to make it inconvenient to see who's going to make the sacrifice. You know, who gonna make the sacrifice. Who going to inconvenience themselves to speak with spirit. Power hours are a beautiful time. It's a time when everything is still and everything is silent. And those are the times when it's easiest to hear spirit, okay? So we're not just up at 4 o'clock in the morning because we want to get the McGriddle before 10. Like, do they still have the McGriddle? That shit was an atrocity. Giving thanks. I know people who haven't had McDonald's in 10, 15 years. For me, this marked year 6 since I had McDonald's. It's been 6 years, and I'm grateful for that too. Sometimes I feel like I still got a French fry left in that bitch just for good measure. All right. So look, we'll start reading tomorrow together at about 4:20 a.m. Hold on, I can feel them doing what they do. Okay, yeah. So we'll start reading tomorrow together about 4:20 a.m. And over the course of the next 7 days, as often as I can, I'll come to you at Power Hour to read briefly from Sacred Woman. I encourage you to, if you're thinking about going through the gateways, buying the book so you're prepared, okay? Buying the book so you're prepared. And I really need you to, let me see, Tuesday. Yeah. Starting next Tuesday, I'll be back in my private group reading to those sisters that have subscribed to me. So if it's something you're interested in, going through the gateways with us, if it's something that you're interested in, look, if you're looking for me to be wearing copper all the time and lappers and shit, and like, listen, I'm gonna speak some Kemetic tongue every now and then, but I'm about to give it to you raw, because again, I'm not fucking around with the fuck around. I don't want to be speaking to you in Kemetic shit, and you ain't even fucking got the English shit right that say shit or get off the pot. You know, like, I'm not about to bullshit with you. I say this to the sisters all the time, and this is why I fuck with them. You got a lot of sisters on the internet. You got a lot of sisters at the parks and in the drum circles and in the yoga studios and the fuck. And then what they want to do is take pictures with a bunch of bitches in white for social media. I'm not fucking around with no photo ops. We out here getting this work in. We snotting, we shitting, we bleeding, we cussing, we crying, we stripping, yo. We growing, we going, we building. We not fucking around, man. I just don't want you to come in and think you about to sit on the background, and because in the past you could do that. Okay? In the past, Ife would allow that. You just sit at the back of the class and shit. You just kind of catch what you can catch and shit. I can't, yo. I can't. There's too many people that's hungry for their healing. It's too many people that's starving for their healing. It's too many sisters that tell me, I've been looking for a sisterhood my whole fucking life. That sister say she need a spot, B. I'm going to be real with you. She got your seat, sis. She got your seat while you fucking around talking about when you thought you was going to start. And I didn't want to start because y'all was already in the middle. Your life already in the fucking middle, bitch. Is that why you ain't started healing your life yet? Sis, stop fucking with me. Stop. You know, you can fuck with you, but stop fucking with me. Don't come over here with the halfway healing shit. Maybe it's my Gemini energy, nigga. You got one time to bring me a problem, and every time after that, nigga, we solution oriented, or your ass gonna get that good cutoff. You get that good love from a distance. I'm afraid, and that's just solely to protect my own. I'm afraid that your fear and your uncertainty and your unclarity will slow the momentum of my sisters who have been through the fucking trenches to get here. We not gonna stop, yo. Said we'll help you battle your demons all day long, but the fuck out of here if you thought we was about to dance with them and shit like you've been doing for too goddamn long. That ain't it. That ain't it. Try time is die time. We don't try no more. We get shit done. We don't try no more. I gotta get out of here. Y'all remember water's the only drink suitable for human consumption. You know what I mean? Fuck what they told you. Water is the only drink suitable for human consumption. I know you like chamomile and turmeric and shit. Me too, nigga. I know. But you know you don't put nothing in that goddamn truck. You don't put nothing in that car except the fuck gas it say. I'm telling you right now, the only gas that the body need is water. And some ISOT. I'm just fucking around. If one of y'all sell the tea, that wasn't no blow. Like, I was just fucking around. I was just fucking around. Because this niggas really out here who like, you gonna die if you don't have the sour sop. You'll die trying to get a sea moss gel in 2020. Listen, I ain't fucking with y'all. Listen. Okay. Let me get the fuck out of here. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 something in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And if you're trying to come through the gateways, we'll talk more about the money part as we progress through, so you'll know or have an idea of what it is that you're paying for. But this time, going through the gateways, you will need Patreon, because I'll be going live on the Patreon app primarily. Okay? And Patreon is $9.99 a month plus tax, whatever your state tax is. But more importantly, this time, fresh out of the gate, you cash apping or PayPaling or Zelling or something, $25 registration fee. And I need you to hit me up if you're interested, so you can pay the registration fee, and so that you can get the packet, so you can get the Sacred Woman packet, the guideline, the outline, so you know exactly where we're going and when we're going. This notebook gonna have our travel dates and shit, so you'll know ahead of time how to get your fucking coins together. This got the homework assignments, so if you miss something, you can go back and do it. So let me give it to you again. So if you miss it, this virtual schooling and taught me some things. Oh, if you miss it, go back and get it. Okay. Oh, bye. Look at the Sankofa in that. I got to get the fuck up off of here. But I love you, and I'll see you early tomorrow. Mwah. Peace, peace, peace. If you came and you watched me on YouTube, I love you. And I'll be the fuck right back here again. I'll be back here again tomorrow. I love you. Oh, let me see. All right.